Welcome back. This is the sixth on a video series on cybersecurity program development. All the videos are based on my book, Cybersecurity Program Development for Business, The Essential Planning Guide. It's published by Wiley and it is available at Amazon and at fine booksellers everywhere. Today we're discussing environments. What do we mean by environments in cybersecurity? First, we need to know about your information technology environments. Think, where is my stuff type of questions. Your options so far are, first, on-premises or on-site. These are the servers in your office. Second, on a private cloud. The servers are in somebody else's building, but you have the only key to your own private office in that building. Third, on a public cloud. The servers are in somebody else's office. Many people have keys to that building, and you don't have a private office there. And finally, on a hybrid cloud. The servers are all over the place. Some in your private office, some elsewhere and in somebody else's building, some in offices for which you have a key, and for some in public spaces. Using the cloud today, any cloud, is as inevitable as using a computer. It makes sense, it's scalable, affordable, etc., etc. It's also a security nightmare. There is no cybersecurity professional that I know that wouldn't rather have you keep your stuff under lock and key in your own secure data center than having it spread all over the planet. But the fact is, the cloud is here to stay, and we need to protect it like any other asset. A good starting point is the ENISA Cloud Computing Security Risks Questionnaire. In it, you'll find questions like, how does the cloud provider manage network and information security risks? Which security tasks are carried out by the provider, and which type of security incidents are mitigated by the provider? How does the cloud service respond to natural disasters affecting data centers and connection? How does the provider ensure that personnel work securely? How is physical and logical access to customer data or processes protected? How do you ensure software security? How is the physical and logical access to customer data or processes protected? Which national legislation and or foreign jurisdictions are involved, for instance, due to the physical location of the data center or the cables? It's important not to fall in love with the provider's promises. Stay vigilant. If you don't like the provider's answers, look for a different provider. The second environment we are very concerned about, and it's the one that's created by the Internet of Things. For our purposes here, IoT means every device that's connected to the Internet regardless of its location or function, from nanny cams to SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisition systems in factories. If it's not part of our standard endpoint definition, computers, phones, tablets and the like, but it's connected to the Internet, it's IoT. What do you need to do? First, you need to do an exhaustive inventory of all of your IoT devices. Connect with your IT people first. Then loop in all of the relevant departments, example, facilities, security, audiovisual, etc., and go through every device in your environment that's Internet enabled. What do they do? Why are they there? And of course, where are they physically? Your next step is to get a configuration of all of your IoT devices. Depending on the number of devices in play, this task alone can be hours of uninterrupted fun. You'll need to know exactly what is running in your environment, where it is, and that's just at the beginning. You also need the gory details like what sorts of data are going through these devices, what are the corresponding data loss profiles, what are the risks of compromise to the devices, and how these IoT devices fit into your incident response, business continuity, and disaster recovery planning. Like I said, hours of uninterrupted fun. Finally, your last step is to secure your IoT devices. Now that you know their nature, their location, and configuration of the devices, you'll need to secure them. This sounds a lot easier than it is. Some of these devices do not have any security capabilities at all because the manufacturers, driven by low margins, couldn't care less about your security, or patching, or software configurations. That leaves you holding the bag. And if the software on the device cannot be secured, you'll need to very seriously think about either eliminating the device altogether or air-gapping it, not connecting it to the Internet. No matter what you do, make no mistake, IoT devices can prove deadly to your cybersecurity program. Take them very, very seriously. Moving on. The last environment that we need to consider is distributed workforces. Essentially, where are your people? It's not surprised that modern workspaces seem to be doing away with the concept of the office. More and more people are taking advantage of the Internet to collaborate from locations all over the world. Sometimes these arrangements mirror employer-employee relationships. Other times it's a collection of freelancers coming together for a project. The fact is, the way we work is changing in a fundamental way, and the way we view cybersecurity over a distributed workforce needs to reflect this new dynamic environment. What do you need to do? Well, since you can't control and frequently your company does not provide the devices that all of these remote users and freelancers use, you are going to have to create a framework to secure this environment. Create legally binding agreements, for example, between employees and their use of the equipment that's accessing your corporate assets. Create and communicate clear policies, standards, procedures, guidelines for information technology use and corporate systems access. Have clear, timely onboarding and offboarding processes for all employees, even freelancers. Provide cybersecurity awareness training for all employees, no matter where they are, and maintain that throughout the year. Deploy a wide range of controls, including a well-tuned security information and event management system and a data loss protection system. And finally, make sure that you have segregation of duties strictly enforced across the company. Access to assets should always be on a need-to-know basis and evaluated frequently. For more information, please watch the rest of my short videos and check out my book, Cybersecurity Program Development for Business, The Essential Planning Guide. You can also reach me directly and ask me questions by visiting cybersecurityforbusiness.com. Thank you.